Let's see here. Oh, greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Gooderman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. This is the second game dated April 25 in the 1968 replay. There were only 2 games scheduled. We played the first game earlier today. This one is the White Sox at the Twins. Very anxious. It's going to be Gary Peters, left-hander, going for the White Sox. He was 4-13 in real world with a 3.76 ERA. He had 25 starts. And for the Twins, right-hander Jim Perry, he was 8-6 with a 2.27 ERA. And good morning to Dan Port. Peters comes into this game with a record of 1-0. Jim Perry, his record is 1-1. And let me go through the lineups. For the White Sox, leading off Ken Berry in center field. Tommy McCraw at first. Pete Ward at third. Tommy Davis in left. Hello, Kathy Harden. Russ Snyder in right field. Dwayne Josephson catching. Luis Aparicio at shortstop. Tim Cullen at second. And pitching and batting ninth, Gary Peters. For the Minnesota Twins, it looks like Rod Carew is hurt. And how long he will be out, I do not know. He had under 500 at-bats. He does not play on the 26th. He does not, he's back in the lineup on the 27th. So I think it's just a moderate groin injury afflicting Rod Carew. For the Twins, it'll be Cesar Tovar leading off at second base. Tony Oliva batting second in right. Harmon Killebrew at first base. Bob Allison in left field. Rich Rollins at third, Eulander in center. Hernandez at short, Roseboro catching, and Jim Perry, the pitcher, with a record of 1-1. And we're going to get started right now. We are in Municipal Stadium in Minnesota, Minneapolis, I suppose it's located. And Jim Perry takes them out. I'm very, very high anxiety this morning. I think it's because I didn't take my nighttime medicine. So I took it about a half hour ago. It's okay to do that. And then and I can resume it tonight at bedtime. It's a bedtime medicine. Other factors are contributing. And leading it off for the White Sox is Ken Berry. The White Sox come into this game 1-8 in last place, 6 behind these first place Minnesota Twins, who are 8-3 with a half game lead. Thanks, Dan. I'm going to try to plow through it. Here's Perry now. Perry facing Berry. And the pitch. That's 1-8 right-handed, single 1-9. Lines it to third, caught by Rollins. 1 away, and we are underway. Good morning, John DFW. Great to see people coming to the ball game. Now Tommy McCraw. Dan Port for the White Sox. Not sure who Kathy Harden would be for, probably Minnesota, but we'll be able to discern her preference, most likely. You have bad anxiety too. Yeah, I took my meds this morning, but I did not take my nighttime, and I knowingly didn't take it. I was lying in bed and I said, what the hell, I'm not going to take it. It's not a good idea. Here's Perry now facing McCraw, left-handed hitter. Pitch from Perry, that's 4-8 left-handed, struck him out. And that's 2 away. And that'll bring up Pete Ward. White Sox 1-8. They have lost 6 in a row. To give you some context, they were 67-95, and Real World finished 8th in the American League. The Twins were 79-83, 4 games under 500, about an average team, finished 7th. Okay, Pete Ward at the plate, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Perry, 2-2. Flies it to center, and Eulander is under it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Perry. And after half an inning, it's Chicago nothing, and the Twins are coming up. Okay, Gary Peters takes the mound, left-handed pitcher. And leading it off is Cesar Tovar, playing second in place of the injured Rod Carew. We have real-world lineups, historical lineups, and therefore injuries are built into the replay. So we ignore plus injuries. Here's Peters now, the pitch to Tovar. That's 4-6 right-handed, flies it to center, and Berry makes the catch, 1 away. Sometimes I find that when I have high anxiety, it helps to just not try to figure out why I'm anxious, but to cope with the feelings. And Kathy Harden is for the Twins. I was correct. I don't think she has any affinity for the Chi Sox. Here's Tony Oliva. Pitch from Peters. 6-4 left-handed, flies it to center X, our first X today. That'll be for Berry at 2-8. 8-2. And he makes the catch. 2 fly balls to Ken Berry out in center. And here's Harmon Killebrew stepping up. Peters throws 3-10, left-handed, walked him. So Killebrew is on first with 2 outs, and Bob Allison is the batter. Here's the pitch to Allison. 3-3 left-handed. That's a non-clutch situation. Single to right. Killebrew will hold that second, 1-8. And Rich Rollins is the batter. First and second, 2 outs. Clutch situation here for Rollins. The pitch from Peters. That's 4-8 right-handed, flies it to left. And Tommy Davis makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. After 1, it's scoreless. Perry takes the mound. Tommy Davis leading it off. 6-8 right-handed, pops it up to first for Killebrew. He makes the catch, 1 away. Now Russ Snyder, left-handed hitter. 4-8 left-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Perry. And now Dwayne Josephson. 5-6 right-handed, pops it up to short for Hernandez. He makes the catch. The side is out. Another 1-2-3 inning as Perry retires the first 6 White Sox in this ball game. We move to the bottom of the second. Ted Eulander leads it off, left-handed hitter. This will be lefty-lefty. That's 112 left-handed. Hit him. Oh, he hit him in the buttocks. The left-handed hitter turning in on the pitch and getting hit in the right butt cheek. So Eulander is on. Eulander 1-16 with Peters 1-14. Borderline call. Being held. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Pitch from Peters. 2-9, left-handed. That's a base hit to left. Eulander rounding second, 1-16. 1-17. Actually, he was being held, wasn't he? 1-16, 1-15. And a +4, 1-19. And they will let Eulander go. Cutting it off, and we have a question, top of the third, from Kathy Harden. A trivia question from Kathy Harden. Top of the third. Okay, Johnny Roseboro, first and third, nobody out. White Sox will play the infield back to ward off a big inning. Okay, Peters, the pitch to Roseboro. That's 5-9, left-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Peters. Now here's Jim Perry, a 6 and S. Two good hitting pitchers today. Both with N power. Peters 7 NL. Infield still back. Pitch to Perry, 2-4, struck him out. Second strikeout for Peters. And here's Cesar Tovar. This is a clutch situation. Pitch to Tovar. 3-6, left-handed, flies it to center. And under it is Berry. To make the catch on the side is retired. No runs. They had first and third on the hit by pitch and the single with no outs, and Perry got out of it. Peters got out of it. Too sloppy, scoreless, but he got out of it all right. Meanwhile, Perry has retired the first 6 Chi Sox in this ball game. Here's Luis Aparicio. Pitch from Perry, 2-3, right-handed, pops it up to short. Hernandez makes the catch. That's 7 in order. Now Tim Cullen, the batter. Oh, and we have, before we move on, I made a mistake. I did not, that counts, but we're going to go to Kathy Harden for our trivia question. You understand, Kathy, I'm sure. Now wait for it now. I got my jelly beans ready. The bark of what tree is fireproof? Lord, that's... Oh, I can't remember the name of that tree. I'm just going by the looks of it. The bark of what tree is fireproof? What's the name of that tree? Oh. Sports gets it. Sports Time Machine gets it with the Redwoods, and we're going to give a red jelly bean to Kathy Harden and sports time machine. The redwoods are fireproof. I did not know that. Great question, Kathy. And we thank you. And we move to the top of the third with one out. Cullen at the plate. Here's Perry now. 1-9 right-handed, grounds it to short. Fielded by Jackie Hernandez, and he fires it to Killebrew. 2 outs. And here's Gary Peters. That's 8 in a row for Perry. That's 1-8, struck him out. Third strikeout for Jim Perry, and retiring the first 9 in order. We move to the bottom of the third. Gary Peters on the mound, and leading it off will be Tony O. Okay, Peters now. The pitch to Oliva, 6-8 left-handed, grounds it to second X. That's for Cullen, 330. 23. And he throws him out. Peters retires Oliva. Here's Killebrew now. And the pitch, 3-9, struck him out. Third strikeout for Gary Peters. He's looking less sloppy this inning thus far, Dan. Here's Bob Allison. Allison singled in the first. Peters throws 4-9 right-handed. That's a ballpark end home run, actually. And that will drop in for a double. A double by Bobby Allison, his second hit of this ball game, 4-9 right-handed. And now Rich Rollins, the batter. We have a question, top of the fifth, from Kathy Harden. Top of the fifth. Rollins in a clutch situation. Pitch from Peters. 6-11 right-handed, grounds it to short, and Aparicio fields it and throws it on over to McCraw, and the side is retired. So we've gone 3 innings, and it's a scoreless ball game. Out comes Perry, perfect through 3. It's going to be Perry facing Berry to lead off the top of the 4th. Here's Perry now. The pitch to Berry. That's 4-7 right-handed, double 1-8. It's a base hit. There goes your perfecto. And it's not perfect anymore. A 4-7 right-handed. Berry is on 1-15, 1-2 11 not being held. Here's Tommy McCraw now. McCraw's going to lay it down. He's a B bunter. Actually, we're going to have him hit away. Watch him ground into a double play. Pitch to McCraw, 6-7 left-handed, pops it up to second. And Tovar makes the catch, 1 out. Now here's Pete Ward. Berry on first, not being held. Pitch to Ward. 2-6 right-handed, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Jim Perry. And Tommy Davis is the batter. Pitch to Davis, 6-4, right-handed, flies to center X. That's Eulander, 2-5. 3-2, drops in for a base hit, couldn't get it. 2 asteroids. Berry rounds second, goes to third. So it's first and third with 2 away. And here's Russ Snyder. Clutch situation. Three right-handed, pops it up to second. This should end the inning. Tovar makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs. 2 hits, and both left on. Yes, Sports Machine, I see you retracted your question, but I'm using advanced fielding. And if the 20 die falls within the split range, we use it. If it doesn't, then we will roll the 2 dice. It saves a dice roll. As the 20 die in the X situation is not relevant. We move to the bottom of the 4th, but I see you retracted it right. You're very welcome, Sports Time Machine. Saves the dice roll. Here's Gary Peters. I've been asked about that before. Here's Eulander now with no score. Peters, the wind-up, the pitch to Eulander, 212 left-handed. It's a ballpark blast, and of course I did not put the ballpark ratings in. Let's put those in now. That's going to be a flyout, I'll tell you that right now. Just a bundle of nerves. So we go back to Eulander, 212 left-handed, ballpark blast, left-handed hitter, 1-3, it's gone. And that's going to be a deep fly ball to right field at the warning track. Snyder to make the catch, 1 out. Now Jackie Hernandez, the batter. 112 left-handed, hit him. Oh, he hit him. Second time Peters has hit a batter. And we have no provision for brawls or ejections. Hernandez 1-17, 1-15 being held 1-13. Here's Roseboro now. The pitch to Roseboro. 2-7 left-handed single 1-19 base hits. One asteroid. Hernandez goes to second. And Jim Perry, a decent hitter, will hit away here. 6 NS. Switch hitter batting right. Possible wild pitch. He's a 1-12, Peters. Get a nice roll here. Nice random roll. It's a wild pitch by Gary Peters. And that will be second and third, one out, and now the infield will be brought in. Now here's the pitch to Perry. That's 5-7. Switch hitter batting right. Walked him to load the bases. Bases full with one out. Cesar Tovar, the batter. They're going to play the infield back now. Tovar flew to center twice. 6-12, right-handed, grounds it to second X. This could be a double play. It's Cullen 330. 16-3. And no, it is not a double play. Cullen's only play is to first, and Hernandez scores. So it's second and third, 2 outs. A run batted in for Tovar. And Minnesota gets out ahead 1-0. More slop. And he didn't get away with it this time, Dan. 2 outs, second and third. Tony Oliva, the batter. The pitch to Oliva. 6-7 left-handed. That's a base hit to right. Oh my. Oliva with a single to right field off Peters' card. Roseboro scores. Perry rounding. Let's just double check that he doesn't have a running rating. No, he does not. He's a 1-10, 1-12. No one being held 1-13. Oliva 6-7, left-handed. That's hit to right. Again, 1-10, 1-12, 1-13, and a 1-15. They're going to throw. Here's the throw from Snyder to get Perry, and he is safe. A 2-run single, 3 runs in this inning. A clutch base hit by Oliva. And here's Killebrew. 3-0 Twins. It's Oliva on first. 1-15, 1-13, not being held. Pitch to Killebrew. 6-5 right-handed, flies it to right. And Snyder makes the catch this time. And the side is retired, but 3 runs. It was a hit by pitch, a single, first and second, a wild pitch, a walk. ground ball brought in a run, and then Oliva knocked in 2. After 4, it's 3-0. Now I want you all to get ready here. For the question at the top of the 4th from Kathy Harden. It's a close one, yeah. Here it is. The Beatles' 3rd U.S. album was the soundtrack to which one of their movies? And because of the copyright, the owning the rights to the movie, it was a United Artists album, a soundtrack, not Capitol Records. And that's a red jelly bean for Kathy Harden for a great question. Somehow they were able to get help to be on Capitol Records. Also United Artists. So I don't know how they worked that out. And Yellow Submarine was also Apple Records, even though that was a United Artists production. Great question from Kathy Harden. Okay, top of the 5th, Jim Perry. Takes the mound. Three nothing Twins. Dwayne Josephson, the batter. .6'9", right-handed, grounds it to short X. Hernandez, .464. 18-4, he throws him out. Nice play by Jackie Hernandez. 1 out. And here's Luis Aparicio. .17, right-handed, flies it to center, and Eulander is there. 2 outs for Tim Cullen. .25, right-handed, struck him out. 5th strikeout for Perry. And we move to the bottom of the 5th. And Gary Peters takes the mound. And leading it off will be Bobby Allison. 3-0 Twins. This is the first of a 4-game series. It's dated April 25 in our 1968 replay, one of only 2 games scheduled on this date. That's funny stuff, Dan. He says, I haven't seen this many zeros since the last singles event I went to. Funny, funny stuff. Allison 2 for 2, a single and a double. Here's Peters, 6'9", right-handed, grounds it to third. Fielded by Ward, and he throws it to McCraw, 1 out. Here's Rich Rollins. Four, right-handed, grounds it to short X. That'll be Aparicio, 221. 15-2, throws him out, 2 outs. And Ted Eulander, the batter. Hit by a pitch and flew to right. Pitch from Peters, 5-5 left-handed, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Gary Peters and a 1-2-3 inning. That wasn't sloppy at all. We move to the top of the 6th. Perry will face Peters. Peters will hit. And especially Peters, a 7 NL. Here's the pitch, 2-7. And that's a fly ball to center field. And Eulander getting under it. 1 out. Now Ken Berry, the batter. .58, right-handed, grounds it to second X. That's Tovar, 329. .11-3, it's going to be an E29 for Tovar. He may have trouble with this. E29-3. And he boots it for the error. So Berry reaches first on the error by Cesar Tovar, the first error of the ball game. And here's Tommy McCraw, left-handed hitter. 0 for 2 today. Perry from the stretch. Pitch to McCraw. 3-7 right-handed. That's a double 1-3. Base hit, 2 asteroids. Berry rounds second, goes to third. Now the White Sox have a chance to get something going here. Pete Ward, left-handed hitter, 0 for 2. It's McCraw on first, Berry on third. McCraw 1-19 with Perry 1-15. Being held 1-13. And the pitch to Ward. Lefty, 3-9. Struck him out, against the right-hander, I'm sorry. Struck him out. 6th strikeout for Perry, and that was a big one. Now here's Tommy Davis. They're going to pull the hold. Maybe. Making McCraw 1-19, 1-15. Now I put the other hat on. I say I'm going to let Davis hit. Here's the pitch to Davis. That's 6-8, right-handed, pops it up to first. And Killebrew makes the catch, and the side is retired. So Perry gets out of that. You say already 3 outs. Oh, that was retracted. Okay. Oh, Lord help me, God. I got to use the lavatory. Peters will come out to pitch the bottom of the sixth. His first endurance is the seventh. Perry's is the seventh. I'm good, yeah. Any plans today? Let me know, okay? Only if you want. Did you call me? Oh, no, what you might be doing. Yeah, only if you want. Okay, bottom of the sixth. Twins lead at 3-0. Peters on the mound. And Jackie Hernandez leads it off. That's 4-7 right-handed, struck him out. Fifth strikeout for Peters. Now Roseboro. Six-four left-handed, flies it to center X. Berry 2-8. 14-2 makes the catch. And that'll bring up Jim Perry. Pitch to Perry, 3-8, struck him out. Sixth strikeout for Peters. We've gone 6. It's a much low-scoring game than on that other channel. I'm just kidding there, Demos. Out comes Perry throwing a 3-hit shutout. He's allowed 3 singles. Russ Snyder leads it off, left-handed hitter. 5-5 left-handed, chops it to second for Tovar. And he fires it to Killebrew, 1 out. Now here's Dwayne Josephson. 5-10 right-handed, grounds it to short for Hernandez. Nice play by Hernandez. 2 outs. And here's Aparicio. 0 for 2. 1-3 right-handed, grounds it to first, and Killebrew takes it to the bag. A 1-2-3 for Perry. And it's the 7th inning stretch. Gary Peters. On the mound, top of the order. This might be his final inning. Pitch to Tovar, 110 left-handed. That's a shot hit out into left center, and it's dropping and rolling to the wall, and Tovar standing at second with a double. And this is Tovar's Peters' first endurance inning. A 110 left-handed double, clean as a baby's ass. And here's Tony Oliva. Oliva 1 for 3. Peters from the stretch. 5-7 left-handed, struck him out. That's the 7th strikeout for Gary Peters. Pretty good ratio. And here's Killebrew now. Pitch to Killebrew, 6-7 right-handed, double 1-6. It's a base hit, and Tovar scores. Wondering if we should take care of the inevitable, but we're going to let Peters went all the way in this game. We're going to let Peters try to get out of this with partial endurance. It's Killebrew on first. It's now a 4-0 game. And here's Bobby Allison. Pitch from Peters. 1-3 left-handed, struck him out. Number 8 for Gary Peters. And Rich Rollins, the batter. 111 left-handed, grounds it to first, and that's McCraw taking it to the bag, and the side is out. Peters does get out of it with partial endurance, but there's going to be a hitter for him here in the 8th. Jim Perry takes the mound. Tim Cullen leading it off. He's 0 for 2. Again, a 3-hit shutout for Perry. 2-9. Whoa, pops it to short. And Hernandez makes the catch. Let's see who's going to hit here. Wayne Kowsey. Pinch hit in Real World. A 162 hitter. We're going to go with Sandy Alomar. coming in to pitch in this game. In the bottom of the 8th. Will be Bob Locker, who pitched on the 26th. Peters pitched 7 innings. 7 hits. Walked 1, hit 2, struck out 8, and allowed 4 runs. Locker comes in no record. He's allowed 4 runs in 0 innings. That means he came in and retired nobody and allowed 4 runs. His ERA is infinity. I imagine he'll fare better here. Here's Alomar. One out, nobody on. Pitch from Perry. .57, switch hitter batting left, flies it to right. For Oliva, 2 outs. And Ken Berry, the batter. Berry 1 for 3 today. This is Perry's second endurance inning. 3-6 right-handed. There's a base hit for Berry. Berry 1 to 15. 1 to 11 not being held. And here's Tommy McCraw. McCraw 1 for 3. .28, grounds it to second. And Tovar has it, throws it to Killebrew, and the side is retired. Bottom of the 8th, new pitcher Bob Locker. I believe that he was unprotected and went to the Seattle Pilots, although I could be mistaken. In the 69, I should know that for sure. In fact, I think he was their best reliever. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it will be Ward, Tommy Davis, and Snyder. As Perry goes for the shutout. It's 4-0 Twins. Here's Eulander. 2-4. Right-handed, hit well by Eulander into the gap for a double. So Eulander on second. Here's Jackie Hernandez. Oh, he was traded. Okay. Thank you. The pitch to Hernandez. 4-6, right-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Locker. And here's Roseboro. For Gary Bell. Pitch to Roseboro. 4-7 left-handed, struck him out. And here's Jim Perry. He gets a good hand from the crowd, throwing shutout baseball. 4-0 Twins. Pitch from Locker. 2-3, he struck him out. He struck out the side after allowing a double to Eulander. And we head to the top of the ninth. 4-0 Minnesota. Perry with a 4-hit shutout. Berry reached on the error by Tovar at second for the only other base runner in this ball game. He has not walked a batter. He has struck out 6. And here's Pete Ward to lead it off. Ward 0 for 3. 4-9, left-handed, 1-1, base hit, 5th hit allowed by Perry. Perry with full endurance. Here's Tommy Davis. Again, White Sox down by 4. Davis 1 for 3 today. Perry throws. 4-8, right-handed, pops it up to short for Hernandez. 2 outs, 1 out. I'm sorry, and Russ Snyder. And the pitch to Snyder. That's 6-9 left-handed. Grounds it to short X. Hernandez 464. This could be trouble. 18-4. No, he throws it to second to force Ward. 2 outs. And Snyder is on first. And it's all up to Dwayne Josephson. Perry. The pitch to Josephson. 5-7, right-handed, fly ball center. This should end the game. Eulander under it, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. A fine pitching performance by Jim Perry. The final score, Minnesota 4, Chicago 0. Perry with the win, his second of the season. He pitched 9 innings. Allowed 5 hits. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 6 and threw a shutout. The final line, Minnesota 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Chicago, no runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And I give star of the game, player of the game, to Jim Perry. And I'm more than glad to entertain alternatives or additions. That's going to do it. Try to relax. It's got to be Perry. I'm going to enter these stats probably tomorrow. I'm just not doing great today. Thank you, Dan Post. Thank you, Demos. Thank you, Kathy Harden, for the trivia. Excellent questions. John DFW, if you're still here, thank you for being here. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I'll catch you next time. Thank you, Kathy.